been one for the ages for me, but everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. I say we are. Yes. Daily Go Getimism show, baby. Power Monday. Yes, it is, baby. Let it rock. Everything's gonna be all right. So tonight we talk about these Trump supporters and what's going on. Now, I don't know about y'all, but in my social media world, they've been awfully quiet since this Epstein thing. Since the Epstein files, I haven't heard a Donald Trump peep. And I'm talking about the most staunch, diehard MAGAs. Where you at, MAGA? Where you at? Now, I don't know if y'all noticed the same thing that I've noticed, but this is serious. Like, I'm telling you, when I look down on my timeline and I'm seeing posts by people who used to push the Donald Trump envelope daily, and I thought they was just trolling. Well, they ain't trolling no more. What happened to them? T. Carey Wright, what's up? Happy Buddha, what's good? MAGA, where you at? Haven't heard from MAGA in a while. Y'all was holding it down. Now, I don't miss you now. I just want to know what happened. It was all good a week ago. Now it don't even show what? What? Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This your daily. It's the Daily Go Getimism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. I'm asking what happened to MAGA tonight. Ever since this Epstein trial, When I'm sorry, not no Epstein trial. Ever since people have been calling for the Epstein files to be released, it seems like MAGA has gone silent. Or when Daddy Trump instructs them not to talk about MAGA, I'm sorry, I got to get it together. Y'all got to understand how much of a hard day I had today. It seems like when Daddy Trump is instructing them not to talk about the Epstein files, they're not doing it. CBS, Trump sued them. So they like, okay, all right, Fox. It's a crazy thing about Fox because Rupert Murdoch owns Fox and he also owns the Wall Street Journal. So this is kind of weird because on one hand, he lets Trump control the narrative of his assertions and his accusations on Fox, but in the Wall Street Journal, he's killing them. He's like, look, yo, this Epstein file thing. So that lets you know in corporate, it's about the money. They don't care. As long as people are tuning in, as long as people are buying newspaper, as long as the money is flowing, then they will go wherever the money is going. They will flow with the wind. They will swim with the fishes. They will not make waves. So what we're going to do is tonight we're going to talk about ever since these Epstein files have come along, I haven't heard as much from MAGA. I haven't heard much from MAGA. I haven't heard as much from MAGA. Have you? Can you find me a few? They used to be killing us on social media. Killing us. Killing. And now, I'm not going to say they're invisible because they're still there, but they're not talking about what they used to be talking about. They're not. I used to see pro-Trump posts, no matter what he did, tariffs. Yes, this is the best thing that ever happened. Y'all just don't understand tariffs. I'm like, what is there to understand about tariffs? And he did lower inflation, and he did lower the unemployment rate, and he did do this, and he did do that, and he is a master negotiator, and he does have a plan, and he is going to make 90 deals in 90 days. I was hearing them say this kind of shit. Doge. Remember Doge? See, a long time ago, there was this agency created. Some of y'all may not be old enough to remember Doge. It was all the way back in January and February of 2025. I didn't have as much gray. I didn't have a gray beard back then and all of that. But ever since this Epstein thing, and Elon Musk is one of the people who were the catalysts for bringing Trump into this Epstein files world, even though Trump ran on this all 2024. Oh, we're going to release the Epstein files. We're going to release the JFK, the MLK, the everything. And we're going to release the Epstein files and we're going to drain the swamp. I think a lot of people have had to come to grips with the fact that Donald Trump is the swamp. He is the swamp. And I think that's, hey, listen, man, I'm a big time Eagles fan. Y'all already know. I love my Philadelphia Eagles and I don't play. And this year is one of the first years that I haven't had to make an excuse for my team because they did everything that they were supposed to do and they came home with the rings, they came home with the trophy and now they have the rings. But in other years before, yeah, we lose a Super Bowl. Don't get to the Super Bowl. Go out in early or mid rounds of the NFC playoffs, or make it to 4 straight NFC championships in a row and only get to the Super Bowl one of them. You know, some Buffalo Bills shit, but not even as pronounced. So I know what it's like to root for a team that's not doing what you needed to do. I understand it. I totally understand it. But you still ride for your team. And that's the energy that I was getting from the MAGAs. From the MAGA supporters. Like, listen, we're going to ride this thing until the wheels fall off. We believe in our fearless leader, and he has the plan. He's going to take us to the promised land. That's what's going to happen. Y'all liberals, y'all Democrats, y'all just don't understand how this works because you're not used to doing anything good. Well. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Happy Buddha. Thank you for the super chat. He says, glad to see the show. Have you seen what happened with Maxwell? Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell. We going to talk about that. Have you seen what happened with Maxwell? The DOJ is either building a huge case or are in bed with this crap. I'm going to go with the latter. They are. You know what? There was a time when what they're doing with Ghislaine Maxwell, what they did, giving her immunity for a day, queen for a day treatment. There was a time when that would have been considered witness tampering. That is clear evidence of witness tampering, unless you watch Fox News. If you watch Fox News, it's, you know, they just want to make sure that an innocent woman is not falsely convicted because she may be a victim. And this is how you know that a shift has taken place. Because when the fuck have Republicans ever cared about one person not getting a fair shake? When? Democrats are the ones that break their backs to make sure that not one person gets convicted of falsely or unjustifiably or whatever. That's the GOP. They normally break their backs to make sure that the person who might have done it doesn't get away. That's what they normally do. So there's clear and present witness tampering going on with that Ghislaine Maxwell, but she holds the cards. Now I don't know if you've been following the news, the latest news with this whole Epstein thing, but Ghislaine Maxwell has been moved, just like Happy Buddha was saying. Oh, by the way, Happy Buddha, yo, man, thanks for almost got so caught up in the information that I almost forgot to give you your just due. Appreciate that. You didn't have to give anything, but you gave some, and I appreciate you. Salute. But yeah, her being moved to a minimum security. Since when is the federal crime of sex trafficking with minors? Well, since when does that make you eligible for the country club treatment of a federal prison? Max, you normally get the state penitentiary worthy type of incarceration for that. Well, so, some files have come out, some lists have come out, and Donald Trump's name is redacted many times throughout the files. Of course, they haven't released all the files, and they're not going to. You know, just as a spoiler alert, that's not going to happen. They are not going to release all those files. At least I don't think so. I highly doubt it. What up? It's Maya. What's good? And Ashley Smith says, hi, I'm Lyra, but it says Ashley Smith. But it's all good. And Pokemon Trainer says, as if literally every politician isn't in the files in some ways. Seriously, if not? Why didn't they release it themselves earlier? Why didn't who release the files earlier? Because the Democrats never talked about releasing the files. You know who did though? Donald Trump. He ran on that. You voted for him on that. So all of this posturing and trying to flip it back to the Democrats, well, why didn't they release it if Donald Trump's name is all in there? Because they never said that they were going to release it. They never teased you with it. They never brought it up. They never said shit about it. But you know who did? Donald Trump and all of his MAGA conspiracy theorists and all of that, because they were supposed to drain the swamp. These motherfuckers are the swamp. Yeah, nothing but eels, nasty ass water moccasins and all of that shit. All bacteria filled waters. That's what we getting. That's what we have with Trump. The Democrats didn't release the files before because they never said that they were going to release the files. The reason why everybody is up in arms about the Epstein files is because that's what Donald Trump ran on. That's what he campaigned on. The MLK files, the JFK files, and the Epstein files, the Jeff Epstein files. Now he wants, why are you bringing up Epstein? That happened a long time ago. An 80-year-old man talking about something happened a long time ago. Your long time ago ain't our long time ago. But I'll tell you what, a long time ago was 2024, and you said that you were going to release the files. You brought it up. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. You teased that meal. You dangled the carrot in front of the mule and made him walk. You, DJT. You. So that's why it won't go away. So all of your, and he's gaslighting y'all. Gaslighting. That's not a word I usually use, but it's appropriate. He's gaslighting you. Now he's telling you, if you bring up the Epstein files, you're not a real supporter of Donald Trump. So when Biden said, I don't usually do this, but when Joe Biden said, you're not really black if you vote for Donald Trump, and y'all killed him over that. Y'all killed him over that. But this man tells you that if you question him and his involvement, where he's clearly involved, then you aren't a real supporter. You are what kind of derogatory names did he call you? He called y'all idiots, stupid, whatever. You know what I mean? Because you want to get to the bottom of you want to get to the truth, the bottom of the situation. The way that he teased you, he brought up the Epstein files in 2024. Joe Biden didn't bring it up. Kamala Harris didn't bring it up. Obama didn't bring it up. You know who brought it up? Donald John Trump. That's who brought it up. And he ain't getting out of it. He's so used to controlling the narrative of everything he's accused of and the way that he wants to get out of it. And this time it ain't working. This time it ain't working. Yeah, a lot of people in MAGA are silent as hell because they can't defend him on this one. No, it's not a hoax. It wasn't a hoax. It wasn't a hoax when you were controlling the narrative. Now that it's like, yo, your name is all in this shit. And we all know that I don't think anybody thinks that he actually involved himself in any inappropriate behavior. Hold on, man. I gotta put on my beads for this. I'm sorry. My bad. Whew. Because I almost felt like I was telling a lie. Yeah. How did I put it? Yeah. Nobody really believes that he actually did anything. All right. Yes, a lot of people believe that he was directly involved. Maybe not as involved as a Jeff Epstein, but many people believe that yeah, he may have done some inappropriate things. That's why he's scared to death for those things to be released. Like it cannot happen. He does not believe he can survive this one with the top secret, files that he took to Mar-a-Lago. He felt like he could get past that. He wasn't the president anymore anyway. Right? Okay. Well, this one, he doesn't think he can live down. You know why? Because the social wars, the culture wars that he likes to wage, they won't overshadow this. So you can't Obama and Biden and Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton your way out of this one, dog. Nobody's trying to hear it. Nobody wants to hear that shit. They want to know about these Epstein files. We don't even want to hear you talk. Release the files. All of them. All of them. Stop half-assing. That little... Okay. Anyway, so that's that. Okay. All right. Cheryl Halsey, what's good? How you feeling? And my girl Kim's Wims is in the house. How you feeling? Good to see you. My man I Heart Oakland says, and Oakland says, if he's not on the list, why won't they release the list? Because he's on the list. My people, Terry Hawkins is Terry Hawkins from the D, holding it down for the D all day, every day, 24/7. 365. That's my girl right there. And she got a birthday coming up. Leo time, baby. Birthday coming up. Is it today? Let me check my shit and see what it say. Let me see. My girl T Hawkins, all up in the house, been supporting since forever. Let me see when your shit coming up. Oh, it's today. Oh, my girl is up early today because this is her birthday. Terry Hawkins all up in the house August 5th. Yes. So you're going to get the early. Well, normally we wouldn't do those birthday shout outs until tomorrow night. But since you're here, you getting that shout out now, sis. Happy birthday, Terry Hawkins. Terry Hawkins from the D, Detroit, Michigan, holding it down for the D all day, every day. 365, 12 months of a year, 52 weeks. Yo, that's my girl right there. Happy birthday. I hope that today finds you in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. You do the damn, do the damn thing. All right. Ebo E-Man says, you blind head bro. I think he probably means to say bald head, but he's dumb. So he wrote blind head. Damn. You can't even blame that on your fat masturbation fingers. You can't even blame that on your fat masturbating fingers. And then he says, do you ever get a haircut, cuz? Oh, he needs attention. Mommy and daddy didn't love you. Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame. Oh, hold on. Let me get this motherfucker out of here. I'll get this boy out of here. Valor says Democrats are on the list too. Good. If the Democrats is on the list, good. Everybody who's on the list needs to be held accountable. Arrest somebody. Put somebody on trial. Out somebody. I don't give a... Who the fuck cares if it's Democrats or Republicans on the list? I don't care if it's Democrats, Republicans, independents, fucking libertarians. I don't give a Green Party. I don't care. Whoever's on the list, release the list. Because there's only one president in the United States on the list so far. If Biden is on the list, then Biden got to get his ass kicked. If Obama is on the list, Obama got to get his ass kicked. Clinton, Bill Clinton, nobody is protected. Feel better now? Feel better now? I hope so. I hope so. Whoever is on the list, may they get that ass whooped. Get that belt the ass, 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 belt the ass. And I want it done harshly. Personally, and crimes of this magnitude, you know, where there's children involved, which are children who are going to experience psychological, mental, and emotional trauma for the rest of their lives. Scars that won't heal. I think that a public flogging should happen. I don't know if anybody would agree with me. I don't give a fuck. I wish these motherfuckers could be tarred and feathered. I don't care who it is. If you participated or facilitated that man, Jeff Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, harming the physical and mental and emotional health of a child or underage, a minor, then you should be tarred and feathered, beat the shit out of publicly. It's probably not death penalty worthy, but it should be somewhere close to it. I believe that your punishment should be cruel and unusual. I don't give a shit about party lines. I don't give a shit about party lines. If this happened to your sister, if this happened to your mother, if this happened to your auntie or your favorite female cousin or somebody like that, would you give a shit whether they were Republican or Democrat? Y'all motherfuckers got this thing fucked up. Y'all full of shit. And that's why y'all haven't been defending Trump. Because you know in your heart of hearts that motherfucker is in those files, and you know that whether he participated in harming any of those young women, you know that he knew that Epstein was doing it. You know that he knew that Epstein was in on it, and that shit is all in them files, and that's gonna fuck him up. And I hope it can't happen soon enough for me. I didn't know that. I knew he would fuck up because he does, but I didn't know it was going to come this soon. But may he rest in piss when it happens. I know that his health isn't all that good, but I want him to get his just desserts before he gets too sick to feel it. I want him to feel it. Kim's Williams, when I saw your lions, I thought they was monkeys. I was like, Kim putting out, oh my God, what's going on? Yo, I gotta get myself together. I gotta get myself together. Y'all don't know what kind of day I had, man, but I hope y'all had a great day. And I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. You know? By the way, Kim, that wasn't the real Troy McNeil. That wasn't the real Troy McNeil. That wasn't the real. That wasn't the real. Hello world, what's good? Hello world said, we know he a freak boy. And it's not like he hasn't admitted that. He is. He is the freak boy. He is the freak boy. Without a doubt, Terry, I got you. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Thanks for coming on by, Ma. And Sammy was good. How you feeling? How y'all feeling? Kim's Williams says, put on your glasses. Why? What'd I do? What'd I do? Because I thought yeah, because if it wasn't 4 of them, I wouldn't have thought nothing. But you know, every time somebody come through with that monkey shit, They always put multiple monkeys. I'm not used to seeing 4 lions. Well, like 4 lions? Who you talking to like that? We good though. Because when it says, oh, I realized it wasn't Troy once there was no normal response to, and yeah, that not him. That not him. Motherfucker is tripping. But it's all good. But yeah, man, listen. I haven't seen. I wish I could show y'all my timeline of people like they used to be trolling for Trump so hard that I was thinking that they weren't real accounts. I was thinking that they weren't real accounts. That's how bad it was. And people who knew them personally, because I was putting that on their posts in the comments. I was like, oh, this can't be like if it was a woman, I was like, this can't be a real woman. No woman would talk like this and be down with Trump like that. I was wrong. It was a bunch of what's that dickhead that all black, not all black people, but so many black people be trying to, Candace Owens. You know, black people always trying to make Candace Owens right. They always trying to make Candace. Oh, she's right about that, and you know, and she did tell the truth about. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. So I'm not impressed that Candace Owens is right about some things. We're all right about some things. None of us are 100% right, and not any of us are 100% wrong. But to think that Candace Owens is anything except for a grifting ass opportunist that will sell black people down the river in a heartbeat, you must be crazy. But even she's not a Trump supporter anymore. Holla. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, we wouldn't know who Candace Owens is. Think about that. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, we would not know who Candace Owens is, nor would we care. She built her brand off of caping for Trump. How you love that? That's how she built her brand. Kim says she's still low-level MAGA, though. Not according to her. She says she MAGA no more. She no MAGA. She mad at Trump because Trump support Israel. She no Jew. She no Jew. Now remember, she was denying the presence of white supremacy until they start kicking her ass. With that being said, let me take this opportunity to say fuck Candace Owens. Candace Owens. Candace Owens. Kim says she's just trying not to get fired. Get fried with him. That's all. She still does MAGA. She still does MAGA. Speak about nothing. She about to get sued. Calling Macron's wife a man. This bitch is crazy. She's determined to die on that hill. She said, "Fuck it, I'ma die on that hill." Cheryl Halsey, what's good? Do me a favor, y'all. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. But yeah, people like Candace Owens and other people that I know have definitely changed their stance. When I tell you that the most staunch, trolling ass Trump supporters are no longer posting about Trump. I don't know if they're putting it on hold until this Epstein thing blows over, but it's not going to blow over. It's not going to blow over because I think that this whole Jeff Epstein thing has made many of them wonder what else he's been lying about. What else has this man been lying about? How many other ways has he tricked us? And with him trying to pivot and call this a hoax, what about all of the other things that he called a hoax? Were they hoaxes? Were they? Because this is the only man I know that gets convicted on a hoax. He's also the only man that uses the word hoax. No American president that I'm aware of has ever used that word. He uses the word to describe anything against him that he does not agree with. It's all a hoax. It's all a hoax. It's all a hoax. And them dumbass MAGA, they believe that shit. I don't think all MAGA are dumb, but to go for that shit that he's pushing, you got to be dumb, real dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about different level. I'm talking about a different level. Like, when it comes to the dumb boss, you are facing the dumb boss in the game. You beat this dumb boss, you are going to win the game. So this, man, whenever he's faced with an interview or a question by the press about the Epstein thing, you know, he's telling them, he's calling every reporter low and dirty and scumbags for asking him questions about the Epstein files. And then he wants to tell you that you should be talking about the biggest scandal that ever happened in American history. Obama colluding with the Russians to interfere with the 2016 election. So you shouldn't even be asking me about the Epstein files. You should be concentrating on how well the country is doing. Is the country doing well, y'all? Like, let me know. Like, is it just me that sees that gas is still high, that the prices the prices of food in the grocery stores is still high? Is it just me? Like, are they just charging me more, or is it going on? Do me a favor, y'all. Do me this one favor. If you drive, please list how much gas costs in your area. Can y'all do that for me? Please, just do me that one little little solid. I want to conduct a little exercise because I'm tired of this man telling me that gas is below $2 a gallon or it's $2 a gallon. So please, if anybody is still in the chat, if you're still listening, even the people in the background, please list how much gas costs in your area. Jeff Sprayberry says $2.85 a gallon. Wow, that's actually cheap. That's pretty cheap. Not bad. Not bad. Now, it ain't $2 cheap, but Kim Swim says gas here is about $3.22. Gas here is about $3.22. I paid I shopped around for a gas station yesterday, and I found one. No, that was Saturday. $3.09 a gallon. No, the fuck am I talking about? That was for regular gas. I gotta use premium. My shit was $3.89. No, with the other gas stations, their shit is normally over $4 for premium, and I gotta use premium. So, I did see that the regular gas, the 87 gas, was 309. It was 309. So I mean that's pretty consistent. It's been above $3 a gallon for years. Years. But he says there's no inflation. And he didn't do anything to make inflation go away. So what did it just magically go away? Poof. But that he actually says things like that. He said COVID would just magically go away. You ain't got to worry about that shit. It'll just go away. See, the reason that it's here is because y'all stressing over it. Y'all giving yourselves COVID. Once you calm down, it'll go away. Don't worry about those masks. Don't worry about social distancing. Remember social distancing? Give me 6 feet, baby. Give me 6 feet, baby. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Let Trump say it though. It was forever ago. That was a long time ago. He kills me with that long time ago shit. Like, motherfucker, you ever heard of statute of limitations? And with that Obama stuff, trying to fixate everybody's concentration on something that Obama did in 2016. Don't nobody give a fuck. In 2016, you were running around here trying to defend yourself about saying that you grab women by the pussy and you just start kissing all over them and you walk into they to young girls models dressing rooms and shit because you own the pageant. That's what you were doing in 2016. So if you want to talk, but that's that's your long time ago. People aren't stupid as stupid as he likes to say. There's a sucker born every minute. Absolutely. But what do they say? You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. And evidently, some of your people are waking the fuck up. I mean, it's about time. They've been like Rip Van Winkle. Jeff Sprayberry says, to be honest with you, I'm sick of Republicans, sick of Democrats. I'm sick of politics. I just want to get on with my life. Well, that's interesting, Jeff, because that's not the tune that you were singing just a month and a half ago. Before this Epstein stuff, that's not what you were talking about. You were defending Trump very heavily. And I think it's time you do it now. That's your man's. Come on, man. Defend your man's. He needs your defense. That is not what you were talking about 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, 3 months ago. That's not the tune you were singing. What are you tired of? What are you tired of? I mean, we are sick of Trump. And maybe that's your way of saying that you're sick of Trump. Well, you should have been sick of him a long time ago. The motherfucker is corrupt. Talking about he's going to drain the swamp. He's going to drain the swamp. He's the fucking swamp. And everybody knew that shit. Everybody who was against him knew. It was he should have corruption. Fucking, you know how you see cars that drive Uber and you see the little blue Uber neon sign in the windshield? He should have corruption or swamp on his fucking forehead. He should get a necklace with a piece on it illuminated that says swamp. Jeff says, I never said I was a Trump supporter. I thought it was a better option. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that you were a Trump supporter. I said that that's not the tune that you were singing, and it's not. It's not. Now, look, I've been here every night. You were here a lot of nights too. And whenever we got into a political conversation, That what you saying that you were tired of Republicans? That's not what you were saying. Nothing near that. You have defended Trump. Don't come here and try to say that you didn't. You did plenty of times. Plenty of times. I ain't mad at you, but let's be truthful. Let's at least be truthful. That's all. It's not a big deal. My conversation is because all of these Trump supporters, especially on social media, are quiet as mice. And they were the biggest Trump trolls. They were trolling like hell. After the election of 2024, after Trump beat Kamala Harris, it was hooray. They were mushing it in people's faces. I told you he was going to beat her. Okay. Craig B. Folk singer says, West Side. West Side. That's what's up, man. I ain't mad at that. How West Side are you? Are you like Arizona West, California West, Oregon West, or Washington West? Because if you like Nevada West, I'm like, it's West. It is West. It's West. You know what I mean? It's West, but no water. No water. But yeah, man, like I said, they've been quiet. They've been quiet. And I liken it to your favorite sports team getting blown out in the playoffs. They still your team, but they got their ass kicked. And now you got to watch somebody else hoist the trophy over their heads, get a parade and all of that. See, luckily, that's not the situation. If Trump goes down, you don't lose shit. In all honesty, if he goes down, and I don't think he will, but if he goes down, you win. Because he's a terrible governor. He does not know what the fuck he's doing. He knows how to govern himself. The amount of money that this man has accumulated from being president, grifting, and all that corrupt shit that he's doing, accepting planes from our enemy. Like, this shit is crazy. If any Democratic president would have done this shit that Trump is doing, it would be a wrap. It would be a wrap. They would march his ass back out to Pennsylvania and would make sure he wouldn't miss. Oh, damn, Jeff. Mad at me? Says, I'm out, y'all. Peace, love, respect. Y'all on a different topic. Catch y'all on a different topic. I get it. I'm sorry. But have a good night. I know how it be. I know how it be. And this is indicative of what I've been seeing. Because on social media, I've been seeing the motherfuckers back up. They are out of here. Like, they don't want that smoke. Deuces, baby. Deuces. They don't want that smoke. And I don't blame them. Shit, I'm not going to hell for anybody. I'm not going to hell for anybody. If I go to hell, it'll be on my own accord. It'll be because I took myself there. CB says he doesn't know how to do anything but self-promote. It's true. And he's always done that. He's a branding expert. He doesn't actually know how to do anything, but he knows how to use his name in order to get shit. And it works. In that regard, he's a genius. But that's his lane. He doesn't have any business being president of the United States. No business at all. And it's showing. But unfortunately, we are the collateral damage of his inadequacies. We are the collateral damage. But motherfuckers really thought that this cat was good. And when you think about it, it's kind of sad, you know? It wasn't the tariffs. It wasn't the tariffs that opened up people's eyes. It wasn't this chaotic immigration policy that opened up people's eyes with ICE. It wasn't Doge and cooking the books and making it seem like you saved all of this money and you didn't. You really fucked up the money. But you cut a bunch of programs that really should not have been cut in order to save some money, and you didn't get within 1,000 miles of your goal. You failed miserably to the point where now you don't even hear the word Doge. Listen, Donald Trump it's August, y'all. It's August 5th right now. This man is on his second term, not even a year in. But there has been more bullshit or enough bullshit in this small time of 8 months, 7 months for him, that we could fill up 4 years worth with just this 1 year. What do you think year 2 is going to be like? Can you imagine? Because this shit is like a crazy ass roller coaster with loop-de-loops and big peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? That's what this administration has been like. Atrocious R6 says, why didn't the Dems release the files? Because they never said that they were going to release the files. Guess who said that they were going to release the files? Donald J. Trump. Donald John Trump. He's the one who ran on it in 2024. The Democrats never said that they were going to release the files. Ever. They never touched the subject. They never breached the subject. Guess who did? See, y'all not gonna try this shit. That would be like saying, well, why didn't the Democrats build the wall? Because they never said that they were going to build a wall. You know who did? The one who didn't. So no, sir. Don't worry about why the Democrats didn't build a wall, didn't release the files. Ask yourself why your man who ran and you voted for because he was going to release the files. Ask why he won't release the files. What did JFK say? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Ask not what the Democrats did with the files. Ask Donald Trump why the fuck he don't do it right now and when he has the power to, and why he keeps telling you don't ask him about it. That's what you need to do. Tell him to tell him to stop telling you that you can't ask him what the fuck he's doing or what he did. Ask him why he won't keep his promise, because he said he promised to release the files and he did. Remember back in February? Was it February? Yeah. Y'all gave him those. He gave those redacted ass Epstein files, phase 1. Remember Pam Bondi? She said, yeah, the files are on my desk, waiting for my review. That was the directive of Donald Trump. Remember that? See, the Democrats never said that. Only one president said that. And that's your lying, sniveling, swampy ass, no good, dirty, nasty, catheter having ass president. Why didn't the Democrats release the files? I mean, yeah, remember, we had to go through that shit all in 2024 with Kamala Harris. Well, she was in office for 4 years. Why didn't she do all of the stuff that she's saying she's going to do? Because she wasn't president, dickhead. That's why. Because she wasn't the president. So are you asking, why doesn't J.D. Vance release the files? You know why nobody's asking why J.D. Vance won't release the files? Because he can't. But you know who can? Donald Junk Trump. That's who. What up, some guy? Enrique says, mofo killed Jackie Kennedy's rose garden. I know. Is there no end to the treachery, man? That shit nasty, ain't it? Like, yo, he's just gonna kill everything any Democrat did. He's gonna kill it. That motherfucker said, listen, I didn't fuck up enough shit in my first term. I'll be damned if I leave anything standing in my wake this time. If it was there and it was done by a Democrat, he don't give a fuck about Republicans either. Because remember, he was a lifetime Democrat before. And if you don't know, you need to find out. What up, West? What's good? What's good? Reek says, now they running through shot. Running through shit with the grand jury testimony, which they knew they wouldn't get, despite having access to the majority of the files, which aren't in the grand jury testimony. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, you've been doing your homework. These motherfuckers are pathetic, but they running scared. This is crazy. Not the tariffs, not ICE, not Doge, not the big beautiful bill. None of this shit knocked down the Trump dominoes. What did it? The Epstein files. Shit. The goddamn Epstein files. You gotta be kidding me. He got a plane from Qatar, a whole plane from Qatar. A plane. Air Force One. What? Whoa. How can the president of the United States accept a fucking full... How can the president of the United States accept a plane from an enemy nation and get away with that shit? That didn't bring him down. What brought him down? The Epstein files. January 6th didn't kill him. Didn't bring him down. What could be worse than J6? And damn. You know what else didn't bring him down? Him releasing all of the January 6th insurrectionists. All of the January 6th insurrectionists did not bat an eye with his supporters. You're not going to tell me that people who voted for Trump were cool with him releasing all of them. You're not going to tell me that everybody who voted for Trump was okay with the way that they stormed the Capitol on January 6, 2021. But that still didn't kill Trump. That didn't do it. And that was his first order of business. What's the one thing that this motherfucker has not been able to wiggle out of, weasel out of, slink through? Because he's been passing through shit like water. The goddamn Epstein files. The goddamn Epstein files are whooping that ass. Whooping that ass. Who knew? Who knew? I'd be lying if I said, yo, wait till this Epstein thing breaks. This is what's going to hurt him. I'd be lying if I said that. Why? Because Trump brought it to his own front door. He didn't have to talk about that shit. He chose to. He ran on it. We're going to drain the swamp. A fucking alligator talking about draining the swamp. An eel talking about draining the swamp. A water moccasin talking about draining the swamp. A fucking bayou mosquito that will give you a bite bigger than a Flintstone lump talking about draining the swamp. He was laughing at the American people. Laughing. Like, yo, I make these motherfuckers do whatever I want them to do. They'll believe anything I say. Anything. Except for this Epstein shit. He can't put the horse shades on the Epstein shit. Should I say, he can't take the horse shades off of everybody with the Epstein shit. They are focused on the Epstein shit. They not looking to the right. They're not looking to the left. Focus. Release the files. Release the files. You know how Donald Trump used to be on the podium at rallies and shit, talking to Joe Biden, talking about release the hostages, Joe. Release the hostages. Remember 2016? Lock her up. 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 Kamala Harris, for what it's worth, told y'all everything that he was going to do. The bitch might as well been a psychic. You don't hear anybody saying, let's get the Kamala Harris checkoff list. Project 2025, check. Putting out illegal immigrants along with legal immigrants, check. Oh, the January 6th, going to release them? Check. What else? Oh, because a lot of this stuff was in Project 25. Oh, Social Security. Check. Medicare. Check. She told you. Didn't believe her. No, word salad. Word salad. She's not saying anything. She's just mad at Trump. She's a Democrat. She's a liberal. She's a whore. She's no good. Okay. Well, that whore knew something. Let's hear it for the whore. Let's hear it for my girl. She told you. She told you everything that he was going to do. And she wasn't a prophet. She wasn't a psychic. She isn't clairvoyant. She knows this man by what he's done before. It's not hard to clock his thought patterns. He's unpredictable in the way that he will actually go lower than he should probably ever go. But we shouldn't be surprised that he would go, that he would add some more corruption and foolishness on top of what he was already involved in. Reek says, mofo killed Jackie Kennedy's Rose Garden. Reek says, now they running through. Okay, my bad. I already read that. All right, good looking. Reek says, this mofo doing pay pay to play with crypto. Oh my God, you on this shit. Doing pay to play with crypto and meme coins while Jimmy Carter sold his peanut ranch to avoid the appearance of impropriety. What's wrong with the voting population in the U.S. of America? You said it all, man. If I could pin your comment, I would. You said it all. Jimmy Carter sold his peanut ranch because I'm like, nah, I'm not using the presidency for that kind of shit. And that was way before we could verify it with social media, the internet, a Google search, all of this surveillance shit. But Jimmy Carter knew better because that energy from Richard Nixon was still fresh in the minds of the American public. So he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to come off like that. See, even Richard Nixon had a code of ethics. When you think about what happened with Watergate, that's nothing compared to that shit Donald Trump is doing. It's nothing even close. And do any of y'all watch Fox News? And that dickhead Jesse Waters? Speaking of Fox News, how many Fox News hosts does Donald Trump have in working for him in his cabinet? Hold on, y'all.
You have a call from
Troy.
Try. The one them called Try.
Wait, let's hear it for the whore.
I was just saying.
Oh my God, you the idiot.
Listen, she told you. She told everybody what he was going to do. I'm telling you, we need a Kamala Harris checkoff list. You know, and it's going to be called, it's the Kamala Harris checkoff list called Where's the Lie? We need to get all of her assertions, all of her predictions, all of the things that she said was going to happen, and let's see if there's anything left. Let's hear it for the whore. Let's hear it for that bitch.
I'm gonna tell you this much, right? We always talking about the boots on the ground song. That should be part of the boots on the ground. Where them fouls at? Where them fouls at? Whoa, leave some goddamn fouls.
Man, this is bad out here. Listen, some guy in the comments, his name is actually some guy. I'm not just saying like some random guy, but he says, I kind of knew because I figured he wouldn't release them, and Americans don't play when it comes to kids. Actually, America does play when it comes to kids, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. America doesn't do the necessary things to protect his kids, but it often puts on.
If America does things to protect the kids, we have gun control. After them kids was killed in Connecticut, that alone should have just said woke up America from that.
A lot of Americans really are against, child sexual assault and abuse, child abuse of any kind. A lot of them are. However, not nearly enough. Not nearly enough, because we could get rid. We're too reactive when it comes to things. We're too reactive. If like Trump knew, Trump knew what Epstein was doing.
Yep.
Epstein told Michael Wolff that Trump knew. He knew what was going on. He knew what he knew what I was doing with them girls.
Because he was part of it.
What I'm saying is this. My point is, we are far too reactive, not proactive. Because if Trump knew what he was doing, somebody else knew what he was doing. And nobody said anything. So we don't do nearly enough to protect our children. Not nearly enough. But a few, what they say, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So the people who are screaming about the child abuse are getting the grease right now, or lack thereof, because they're not going to release those files. But this could actually work towards us in a good way. Because without him releasing those files, there will, for the remainder of his presidency, that will be a stain on his presidency. It will be the thing that controls the narrative of all of the voting public for the next 4 years. So this could work out. Now, if he releases the files, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
We think at some point in time it's going to be some type of whistleblower that's going to release the files unexpectedly.
Well,
it's going to pop up on some desk. It's going to pop up on some journalist desk, and they're going to put that shit out there.
The thing is, and peace to you, Reek. Appreciate you. The thing is, with all of this AI shit going on or whatever, it's going to be hard to just take the credibility of a whistleblower. And Trump knows that. And that's why he's already saying, the hoax thing, like they lied in it, just like Russia. Well, Russia did interfere.
In my life,
the fuck out of here.
The boy, listen, bro, he went to all the K's. You have to release the RFK, but he released the JFK, the MLK. He'll release the Rocker files before he release the Epstein files.
Hey.
He'll give you a whole file cabinet. Take this file cabinet. No files in it, but he'll give you the cabinet.
Listen,
idiot, man.
I don't know how
he just fired. He just fired the person that released the jobs list stating that unemployment is high. He fired that person because he did that.
Yeah, and that's his MO though. Anytime anybody gives him
truth,
anytime the truth goes against him, you out of here. You got to go. Your head is about to be served on a platter. Oh shit! You done sparked something. Hold on.
You have a call from.
So let me get this straight. You've been here since the beginning of the show, but until Troy comes along, you know what I mean? You kept the phones cold, huh? Do I have that right?
No, you're absolutely wrong.
Oh,
hey, Kim.
Oh, you were on the phone before Troy?
No, I was in a meeting before.
Oh, you was in a meeting. Okay, all right, I got you.
Buddy.
So
I got you.
I ended my meeting to call in.
I believe that you and Troy were in a meeting. How about that? I believe that y'all. I'm going to.
Let Troy's in the Philippines, then yeah.
I want to see your Microsoft Teams call list.
I was in the Philippines with the Marcos.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see your Zoom list, your Zoom call list, your Microsoft Teams. That's. I mean, we can end all of this. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I noticed? There is not one damn MAGA troll.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you this. I'm telling you, this Epstein shit.
One MAGA troll.
The Epstein shit has hurt him. This shit hurt. It has fucked them up. This is
Not immigration. Not the way you're doing the immigration shit. Not the big beautiful bill. Not January 6th.
Big trash bill.
not the fucking MLK releasing. Not the JFK releasing. Come on, let's keep adding to it, y'all. What else?
Well, here I called in for a different reason because Son put out a challenge, and I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to get off this call so I can take it."
What's the challenge?
For the whole the Kamala Harris shit. The checkoff list.
Baby.
Oh,
You would
shit.
never give me a challenge.
Oh shit! When we hear, you know what happens when black women say "baby." That damn baby shit. Where the fuck did that shit come from? God damn. Motherfuckers that rebranded the word baby. First it was bae, now it's baby. I'm like, what the fuck is baby? All right, anyway, go ahead.
Let's start with what she said in the debate on September 10th, 2024. She said Trump would enact a 10 to 20% tariff on all imports, effectively a regressive sales tax, costing middle-class Americans around $4,000 a year. 16 Nobel laureates warned this plan would spark inflation and recession. What happened? In his new term, stupid ass rolled out sweeping tariffs impacting Canada, India, Thailand, the Philippines, and more, spiking consumer prices and disrupting trade. Economists warned of recession risk. She warned he would push fossil fuels and undermine climate action. Her exact words. Trump dismissed climate change as a hoax. He would roll back environmental protections and favor fracking and fossil fuel companies. What happened? The orange waste of oxygen lifted many environmental rules, prioritized fossil fuel expansion, and even retaliated with policies that rolled back clean energy investments from the prior administration.
Yeah, you running this shit down like you doing a music show.
She said, I did my homework. I did my homework that fast. Because I've been waiting.
Wait, man, please don't interrupt her. Just roll this shit out. I don't want that shit interrupted. Good, because it's a lot. Go ahead.
Well, and I only got a piece. I didn't do it all. She said he'd undermine data integrity and attack independent agencies. She said Trump would politicize statistics, dismiss career officials, and punish agencies that don't skew data his way. What did he do? The orange idiot fired the Bureau of Labor Statistics chief after a downward jobs revision, baselessly accusing her of bias. Economists and former BLS officials warned this an authoritarian power grab. She said he'd raise stakes on democracy and immunity. Her words. A recent Supreme Court decision would give Trump near total immunity from criminal prosecution with no guardrails or on abuse. And what happened? After taking office, the big stupid baby with his funky ass cited their ruling to assert de facto immunity while continuing to claim extensive investigatory and prosecutorial power against opponents. The administration rolled out aggressive political strategies that went against everything that this country has ever stood for. She called him out on immigration extremism. She said Trump would push deportation crackdown. He would use the military for domestic immigration enforcement and falsely portray migrants in dehumanizing ways. Guess what he did? He proposed mass deportation operations using National Guard or military forces and promoted conspiracy-laced narratives about immigrants. You know, like they're eating the past.
Yeah, he was doing that. He was doing that last year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all rapists and thieves and murderers and gang members. And media and officials repeatedly debunked it, but he continued to say it. And his idiot supporters went along with the farce. Hey, let me stop for a hot minute and just bring up a situation I dealt with at work yesterday. We had a phone call from a black lady who worked for ICE in her state. And I was wondering why she still worked there because she should have quit a long time ago. However, I understood because this lady had been working for them for 10 years. and she needed her insurance because she has cancer. So she needed the benefits of her insurance because she has cancer. But now, thanks to his DEI stupidity, she has been harassed at work. She's being threatened openly at work. And she's being threatened to the point where they think she could be arrested and sent away to one of the detainment centers. And it's to the point that they have come to her house and done things in her home and put her in jeopardy and made her unsafe. Just saying, this is a U.S. citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Not from another country. She's born on this soil. Mm-hmm. And this is what she's dealing with. So let me go back. She predicted the tariffs. She predicted, we're talking about here, dismantling climate protection. She predicted politicizing statistical agencies. Mm-hmm. She predicted court decision grant immunity. Mm-hmm. She predicted mass deportations. Or was it not predictions, but just facts that Ray Charles could see? Because he said it when he ran in 2015. He spoke to some of it in 2015. He spoke to some of it and acted on some of it in 2016. And then when he went into the campaign trail, because he's been in our lives for so long, causing so much mental stress, he's talked about it every fucking year since. He's given a clue to everything he's doing for the longest time. So she only repeated the things he said openly. Sing it, Troy.
No, resist it. Don't make him sing it. No. I saw it coming. I saw it like, goddamn, why did she do that? Go ahead.
All these things have always been there. So they were predictions. These were things that were in the face of the American people who, for whatever reason, some of them decided, not only let me put on rose-colored glasses, but let me put on blinders with them and then walk around backwards and make everything opposite day because I'm worse than Patrick from Bikini Bottom. I'm on the other side of that. I am the stupidest form of Patrick ever.
Wait. I have one that I think that you skipped over.
Oh, go ahead.
The whole Putin and Ukraine thing, the Russia-Ukraine war. She said that he's just going to let Putin do whatever he wants to do, and then he's going to withdraw American support for Ukraine, and that's exactly what he did.
That's exactly what he did.
That's what he did. And she said, yeah, he's going to end the war in 24 hours because he's just going to let Putin, do whatever he wants to, and he's going to withdraw American support, and whatever happens. And that's what he did. Now he
didn't say what 24 hours he was going to make it in. He just said in 24 hours. He didn't say which 24 hours. He just said in 24 hours.
Well, he did.
So how many millions of 24 hours later, and the war still hasn't ended? Because we're not at the 24 hours he said.
But he did return to support to monetary support for Ukraine, and he's giving them some weapons. So
that's temporary.
But nonetheless, he pissed off a lot of his supporters with that shit. Now he pissed off a lot of them by withdrawing support, but then his wishy-washy ways and his waffling and his tacoing has made him mad too, because you do one thing but you don't stay the course.
You also said that he wouldn't go into any wars. But yes, he dropped bombs on Iran.
Putin said he don't have to do shit because Putin said, I'm going to put you in a war because that's why I'm threatening with nuclear weapons right now for the United States. So I don't give a fuck if you want to be in a war or not. Let me make it happen for you. You ragdoll head ass, jackass. Let me give you the war you want. You want to fight? What did he say on stage that day? Y'all want to see me go in the back and kick some ass? Putin said, I call your bluff. Hey, I got 5 that are possible.
Mm.
Let me see what
A ragged out head ass.
Well,
Between you and son, I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all, boy. Let's hear it for the war.
I'm saying they said that she screwed her way to the top, right? They even said that
didn't they say Nancy Reagan did too? I'm just saying.
I don't know. I was so young. I don't remember if that's how she did it.
I just know that's the conversation.
First of all, I mean, she screwed her way to the top. I mean, I ain't really had no problem with it. She got to the top, right? So that shit must be fire. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. I can see just screwing your way in the door, but if you screwed your way to the top, I'm like, y'all should be on this shit. Like, yo. You know?
Or she just might be just giving good top.
Like, look, well, look, if you want to give up your spot for some top, that shit is superhead grade. Like, wow. Look, you see how she do the hands? Wow, this is pretty spectacular. You know what I mean? Huh? Let's hear it for the whore. I mean, I ain't mad at Kamala Harris. I wasn't mad at her before. I ain't mad at her now. But you know, I've just noticed on social media, I'm not seeing the venomous pro-Trump posts that I had grown so used to seeing over the past year. It's like this shit, like, yo, there's this chick on my timeline, black chick. She pushed the Trump envelope so hard. I mean, it's so ridiculous. She be trolling so hard. Yo, people are in her comments because she's not trolling right now. Now she posting regular social media shit, relationship shit, marriage type shit. And people like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yo, where your Trump post at? She ain't even responding to that shit. Like, this shit done hurt people's feelings because they've had to come. You know what happened? They found out that Santa Claus wasn't real.
That part.
They found out that they mama and daddy been the ones buying these presents. And the whole cookies and milk out for Santa shit was a fucking lie. They saw daddy eating them bitches and he didn't replace them. So, you know, I mean, really, this is how devastated, because a lot of kids have been devastated when they found out it wasn't no Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
It's the biggest lie parents ever told. You know what I mean? And no parents have ever taken true responsibility for it, just like this.
The biggest lie they ever told is adulthood is great. That's the biggest lie. It's not. It's fucking stuff.
Well, I never been lied to about that. And unfortunately, it was the damn kids that was lying about the shit in the first place. The biggest lie is that adulthood was great. Well, it was the dumbass kids that they was the ones saying, I can't wait to get older. You ain't hear no adults saying that shit. I ain't heard no adults brag about, or celebrate adulthood yet. It was the kids that wanted to be grown.
Wait to it.
You know what I mean? Some of them had, went through teenage pregnancies just to get there early. It still ain't worked. Imagine having 2 kids by the age 17 and still can't go and still got to ask to go to a party. I seen it happen.
If you had 2 parties.
No, those wasn't no parties. That wasn't no party. You was staying home on babysitting duty. So
already making them.
Nah, they wasn't even. The girls wasn't even enjoying themselves. Them kids, them girls wasn't coming before they. You know what I mean? I know women who have 4 kids. They still ain't busting nut by age 30. They ain't learn how to bust it. They was like 40. Scared the shit out of them. Ah! Oh my God. Calm down, man. It's gonna be all right. Varshay McDonald, what's good? How you doing? But yeah.
One thing, you know the fucked up thing. I know Illuminati is like, Trump, please shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down.
Well, they say that.
If that exists, why haven't they done something? See, that's my thing. All of these entities exist, but nobody, the gangs, why haven't they done something?
Because they can. It's called a secret society. It's called a secret society for a reason. And they say that they say Trump is not an Illuminati plant. So they can't control Trump because he's rogue.
They should make him go. Let me just be quiet. God, watch my mouth.
I mean, what makes you think they're not getting what they want?
There you go. Ain't nobody fucking with their bottom line.
I mean, they always been on some fuck shit. As long as the money is coming through.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah, but yeah, man, I ain't been seeing like right here in this chat. I ain't seen no Trump trolls, not for real. They because he done made them gun shy. They are easily disputed before. Remember, you couldn't dispute them motherfuckers. They were still coming hard. That's because they felt strong behind Trump. Now these motherfuckers can say nigga with the hard ER, but they can't say Epstein. He told these motherfuckers literally, yo, you can't ask me about Epstein.
He did.
He did. He literally told them, no Epstein. No. Don't ask me about that no more.
Like, you still talking about that? I'll be like, you muffin head idiot. Yes, I'm still talking about it. Answer my damn question, stupid.
Some of y'all still talking about. Y'all shouldn't be asking me about that. Y'all should be asking me about Obama. Y'all should be asking me about Biden. Y'all should be asking me about Kamala. Y'all should be asking me about Hillary. You should be asking me about Clinton.
I would give him breathing room. I get right back to it. All that arguing he's doing back with Charlemagne need to be saying something. Don't even argue and just say, hey, first of all, spell it. That's the first thing. And now, let's talk about it. I wouldn't let up on his neck. Just wouldn't.
Well.
He definitely have the FBI on my ass because I wouldn't get off of him. I just wouldn't. I would just go at it hard.
I wanted to know why Lara Trump decided to put Charlemagne on, why she decided to interview him like you really thought that was a good idea? You already know he don't fuck with no Trump. What you thought? What you thought he was just gonna posture and bow down to y'all, to you? Man, that wasn't smart at all. It wasn't. That wasn't.
Her name is Trump. So, I mean,
listen, she really should have went somewhere else with that. That wasn't.
When you think you're doing something, you do stupid stuff. I think you better than or above and more than what you really are, then that's what you do, is ignorant shit like that.
Well, I'm thinking that she probably figured that he didn't really he ain't really want no smoke. You don't want, he ain't want no smoke with Lara Trump or whatever, because it's like his whole radio show or whatever. She figured that he would bow down because of that, because maybe it could compromise some of his listeners who were Trump supporters, but he ain't give a fuck about that. Like, no,
But the thing is, that shows how stupid that she would think that he had listeners who were Trump supporters for real, on the for real.
He has. I'm sure he has listeners who are Trump supporters.
Not that many, though. Not that many.
I mean, who knows? Not every supporter is vocal, but I'm sure he has the guests that he has on. People going to come regardless of their religious affiliation. But the thing is, she could have at least done her homework, like she said that she did. Like she knew that he didn't always have good things to say about Trump. So why would you think that he was going to have good things to say about him this time? Like if you've been listening to him, you know, he ain't had nothing good to say about no Trump. Not even close. And I'm not even a fan of Charlemagne.
Me either.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the Breakfast Club and all that shit. But even I knew that he wasn't a Trump guy. Like they be really thinking they gonna be able to, you know, press people to say what they want them to say and all that. They doing too much gangster shit. You know, some guy in the chat says you don't see much Trump trolls anymore. Is because before he was still saying everything they were. Now he's rolling back on everything. The trolls can't argue now. He's doing everything he said he said he would. I'm just trying to figure out what opened their ears. Because we all heard it a long time ago. We heard everything that he was saying. We hung on every word. It wasn't like none of us are surprised. We knew with the amount of chaos and bullshit that he promotes day in and day out, we knew that it was only a matter of time that something would stick. But it's only been 7 months. It's only been 7 months, man. And this shit, but he can't shake this one off. You know, this is like having a leech. It's like having a leech on the part of your back that you can't reach. And that motherfucker's going to keep sucking and he ain't getting off until somebody plucks him off. And he's not able to make anybody or get anybody to pluck everybody off. He's not able to make people take off their Jeff Epstein horse shades. Nobody is looking to the left or the right. They are focused on the Epstein files. You want them to shut the fuck up and do whatever you want, whatever you tell them to do again? Well, you're going to have to release those files. I'm going to be honest. I believe that even if he's in the files negatively, there are going to be millions of people that are still going to rock with him.
Because let me tell you why. They don't care if he's in the files. They care about who else is in the files.
That's what I don't really think that they care about who else is in the files. They really don't want him to be in the files the way he's in the files. But I think, but if motherfuckers rocked with him after J6, what makes you think that there's anything that will stop them from supporting him?
Hey, the same people rock with him when he said the stuff about his daughter rock with him. So I'm just saying, they couldn't care that much.
Grab him by the pussy. 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 My name is DJ T. Grab him by the pussy. Yo, that shit was crazy. Yo, don't try to push me. I will grab the pussy of my choice. And they gonna melt just with my smooth voice. I'm coming through. It's another pageant. Yo, I'm coming through like a drill sergeant, and I'ma make sure you take off your clothes, and I'ma eyeball you from your head to your toes, baby. And I'ma grab you by the pussy if you don't submit. And I'ma grab you and start kissing over you and shit. Yo, my name is Donald J. Trump, and I'm rich. So get naked, bitch. That's it. They ain't never gonna stop. Listen, the Trump voters that weren't real Trump supporters are going to withdraw their support. And some Trump voters that were on on the, they were there. You know how you know a bunch of Trump supporters who say, I don't really like him, but I like his policies.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that old adage? Yeah. I know he says a lot of stupid things, but he does a lot of good things. And then when you press them for the good things, they started going into that cookie cutter shit. And then you dispute all of that shit or disprove all of that shit. They ain't give a fuck. It was last year. It was the Anybody But Kamala show, Anybody But Biden show, and Donald Trump persevered through that. But he persevered because he slaughtered the competition on the Republican side. I mean, what more proof do you need? But where are those? Jason said Trump ski love.
Here we go. Bullshit. Troy's number one fan.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. I had it, Troy. Handle it, Troy. Handle it, Troy. All right.
Take that away, boy.
But yeah. Where are those Trump supporters? You know what I mean? The ones that bought the red sneakers, the red bottom sneakers for $300. Where are those Trump supporters? The ones that believe he got shot in his ear and healed up like Wolverine. Where are those?
That motherfucker
head would be gone if he really got shot with that type of weapon. What the hell is wrong with these dumbass people? I'm like, he's not a chameleon or the kind of, he doesn't live in the sea where once that part is injured, it just grows back out automatically. He's not iguana. The fuck are you talking about?
Yo, Kim?
And then everybody walking around with a pad on their damn ear to support him. That's foolishness. The moment it happened, I said, this is fake.
Hold on. What about the commemorative I got shot coin? I took a bullet for this country. Yo, it wasn't that long ago that his supporters was running around here saying he took a bullet for this country.
Hey, you know who took a bullet for this country? John F. Kennedy.
I thought you was. I'll tell you. I'll tell you who took a bullet for this country. Jeff Epstein, goddamn. Jeff Epstein.
I don't care about him.
No. Epstein. Nah, I ain't gonna say that shit. They gonna fuck around, take my channel. I ain't gonna fuck around with that shit. I'm just gonna say this. That motherfucker was a monster, but he might have done a heroic thing if he signed off on what we think he might have signed off on, or if he wrote down what we think he may have wrote down. He might be the one who gets the boogeyman up out of this motherfucker.
I hope so, and I hope that woman does too.
Yo, you better say Candyman. You better say.
I hope she was smart enough to tell somebody, if something happens to me, here's the proof you need. If something happens to me, go pull this shit out. I hope she was at least enough of not a monster. I hope the femininity in her kicked in and said, if something happens, because that's what women do. If some shit goes down, hey, bestie, put this up. And this is the weapon. This is the bullet to load the gun to take everybody down for whatever it is. That's what women do. So I hope she was smart enough to do that. But she's such a monster. Who knows? Because any woman who helps a man molest fucking girls is a fucking monster. She's worse than he is. She is trash and garbage. I don't give a fuck about her. I just want her to be out here long enough to say what she needs to say and get the truth out. And bitch, go fly away. That's how I feel about it. Fuck her.
How you feel about it? I know one thing. That motherfucker had ketchup on his ear. He kept that ketchup on his ear long enough to dip his ear in some fries. When he got shot in the head with that ketchup from McDonald's.
Yeah. He went down to the ground underneath that podium and got that fake blood that you get from a movie set, or you get at the Halloween store and put it on his ear and got up and did all them antics. The hell on out of here.
Somebody posted a video. Somebody posted a picture of Evander Holyfield air after he got bit. I mean, years after he got bit by Mike Tyson, and they put Donald Trump air, and Donald Trump air don't even look like he got shot with nothing.
It's all heal. He said, "I heal quickly." Joe Rogan was even like, "Man, your ear looks like nothing happened." Yeah, I heal quickly. I'm like, you don't get your lying ass off my set. See, that's what it takes people to say, get your lying ass up out of my chairs and get out of my set.
How old is Donald Trump?
79. 79.
You heal quickly.
Ain't no healing quickly in no 80, in no 79. Ain't no healing quickly in no 79 years old.
Now, wait a minute, my dad is 84, but my dad heals pretty quick.
From what?
Pretty quick. But you know what?
Wait.
My dad is not full of cheeseburgers.
What does he heal quickly from?
Like if he gets a cut or a spray, he heals quick.
Okay, well, let him break a bone and see how that shit go.
Oh yeah, he break a bone. That's something different.
Well,
That's something different.
Let him get shot. Let him get shot in the ear.
Nah,
a real shot to the ear, nobody's gonna heal.
First of all,
especially with that type of weapon, that dumbass will be dead. Here, listen. Here. Look at the people who was behind him when it happened. I said, those people didn't even act like some gunshot shit just happened. They didn't even act like that. That's why I know it wasn't real.
Well, okay, Connie McCarthy is saying, do you hate Donald Trump? No, I don't hate him. I just don't like him at all. I don't need to hate him. Why does the word hate always have to come into play when you disagree with somebody or you know you have a problem with maybe their policies? Well, no, I mean we
don't go around saying we just love everything either.
No,
there's a mutual space. There's a gray area in between the two.
Well,
there's these things you can like somebody, you can semi-like somebody. You cannot give a fuck about somebody. There's a middle ground. There's gray in between.
Well, the whole hate thing is a way of them discrediting you, because it's like if they can make you agree that you hate something, then they can invalidate any argument that you have against them, because you're not really speaking about any factual information. You're just speaking from a hateful stance. So I get why people throw that out there. But I'm like, what does hate
me? Because baby, it's two things can be the same at one time. I can hate the fuck out of somebody and give you the facts.
Well,
what's up, TK?
Well, I mean, their general feeling is that if you that the hate clouds your rational or what's your rational judgment, but I mean your objective reasoning. And I'm like, well, for some people it does. It's true. And for other people, you know, some people can separate. Like I can seriously dislike a person. But there are things about now, like even with Donald Trump, as much as I don't like this man, there are some qualities about him that I think need to be studied, and they're admirable. It's just they are affixed to the wrong person. Honestly, for a person, okay, for a person to get himself into that much trouble and for people to call him stupid, I'm like, that's not the word, because he gets out of shit. And stupid people don't get out of shit. They get jail. So maybe his strategies are displaced and definitely not coming from a place of validity or from being constructive. But stupid is not the word for him. Destructive, counterproductive. Yes. But nah, he ain't stupid. Shit, people used to call George W. Bush stupid. I was like, well, if he's so stupid, why does he have smart people around him? Like that stupid people don't hang around and definitely utilize and lead smarter people than them. That's not. But the thing is, people don't have to be stupid. You know what I mean? We can find other things to associate with them that will give us all the proper perspective that we need. God damn. Okay. I deleted that shit. It was taking too. It was like it was a delay on that shit. That motherfucker was going down. He wasn't drowning fast enough. You know, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, damn, is he like delete resistant or something? So
why they fucking with me, bro?
Just obsessed with you. You that guy. And they just obsessed.
And it's funny because we ain't get none of that Troy stuff all night. We got one negative, one little Troy troll. But until Troy called in,
pretend to be Troy.
Mm-hmm, until Troy called in, they was all standing down. Troy, you brought him you bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out.
Bring him up as hard as truly trolls.
It is what it is. But yeah,
I'm just saying about the post. I don't.
But yeah, man, this whole listen, it is very hard for MAGA supporters right now. They are having a come to Jesus moment. They really are. This is come to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're crying real tears now because they did all this talking and stuff, but it's some that are black men.
Yo,
I'm like, are you good?
Your phone is doing something crazy, Kim. That shit is halfway pixelated. We missed everything you said for the past probably 20 seconds.
I said there are two black guys, adult men, that are still making excuses for this man. I'm like, are you guys doing crack and I'm not? Or am I doing crack and this is the result of it? Because how do you fix your mouth? Like, for real, are you Brian and gummy stupid Tim Scott that I'm dealing with? Because how on earth are you still supporting this man and making excuses for him? And you're an adult ass black man. How are you making excuses for even with the Epstein thing, there's a guy who's saying, I think he's not worried about himself being in there. He's protecting these top people. I said, do you think he gives a damn about protecting anybody else but himself? He wouldn't even protect his own children. So what are you talking about? He's worried about his name. He's not worried about anybody else's name. But this guy is still stuck on, he's protecting other people. That's why I'm like, what is happening here? Like, how do you still say this? And then the other one is like, because he's telling me, AI, he's not really saying these things. I need to really see proof because AI can do this and do that. You know, it's so good that they can make the lips move. I said, you do know I do this, right? So you're not telling somebody who's novice in this area where you don't know anything about, you're completely clueless. You mean to tell me when you see this man on television say and do the things he's doing, you don't believe it's him? You believe it's AI? Okay. Okay. And I'm so sorry, but I can't wait until he and his family feels the effects. I just can't. Because he's in denial.
Yeah, well, somebody like Tim Scott and Byron Donalds, you got to understand their whole imagery is, and their relevance is centered around the that Republican Party shit. You know, when my dad, he was a black Republican, and then when he had me into that shit, I was never really into it, but you know, they were supposed to be doing us some political favors and shit with the whole real estate thing. And you know, we went to all of these we were part of the black Republicans. And I remember how now you got to think, in a democratic city like Philadelphia, what are black Republicans? What do they do? Well, we fueled a lot of money into Republican clam bakes and functions and dinners and shit like that. And all of them had a couple of dollars, whatever. But you know, one thing that was missing from the whole shit was the pro-black shit. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that. And all of them was sort of wishing on a star. You know what I mean? All of them was sort of, they all had that sort of attitude. I'm not going to say that none of them was real, but when you look at the social construct was missing from the party. It wasn't about people. It was all about the money. But all of them believed in this ideal of this whole Republican thing because that's where the money was supposed to be. But they didn't need the Republican Party to make them money because the Republican Party in Philadelphia, especially at that time, they wasn't doing nothing. You ain't moving and shaking or whatever. But their whole sense of self is centered around the acceptance of the real Republicans, which were the white people. And I hate to say it like that, but I saw it with my own eyes. And I watched this shit. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, these niggas is lost. And they were. And all of them died off. They're all gone. You know, because this was like in the 90s. And the king Republican dude, I can't even remember his name. But he died first, and then they all started, you know, going down like dominoes. But I remember wondering, like, what? Why are y'all wasting y'all time with this shit? Because they were like the counterculture, you know. And every time we went to those Republican, like when they had a convention in Philly or whatever, whenever they had, you know, the press would come through and they would throw the camera right in our face. They never asked us to speak. But every time I came home, they were like, yo, I saw you on the news last night. You was at some Republican thing. I was like, yeah, that was me. I didn't think two shits about it because I wasn't really into politics at the time. And to me, it didn't really matter because I voted Democratic regardless of whether I was registered Republican. But when I moved to North Philly and I was the motherfucking only Republican at my at my polling place in my district. And trust me, they pointed that out. They was like, damn, Mr. O, you a Republican? And I was like, damn, I'm not really a Republican, but I am registered a Republican. I'm like, I know they wouldn't understand. It was a business move and all of this shit. But I said, you know what? Let me change this shit. Let me change this shit. And then the black Republicans, they tried to get me. They was like, yo, you're not registered as a Republican anymore. I was like, yeah, and I'm not going to be. Y'all do y'all, man. I can't do this shit. Not that I care about either one. First of all, Jay Bobo told me something. I tried calling. No, you didn't. Fucking liar. Stop lying, man. Why you be lying all the time?
You always lying.
You know what I mean? Stop lying, son.
Stop
Fuck out of here. Stop lying, shit. He's fucking lying. All right, y'all. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We out.
Boy, like I told you earlier.
I mean, we did all we could do.
Everybody be safe.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Okay, everybody be safe, man. Be blessed too, man.
Be blessed, yes. Be blessed. Gotta be blessed. Can't front on that. You gotta be blessed. All right, y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all calling in. Appreciate your commentary, your insight, and just being there. All right. All right. Let's do these birthday shout outs and then we're going to get on up out of here. Dave Figueroa says, and do you think it's both sides of politics? You know what? When it comes to politics, I don't believe in politics. I believe in what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's bad. And I don't know of any policies that Republicans have that ever focus on like marginalized folks and all of that. And I can't get with that. You know what I mean? You can't pretend like you can't have one person or one race or one ethnic group or one culture dominating everything and then say, no, this is about all of us. No, the fuck it's not. It's not. It's not about all of us. You know, it sounds like a good selling point, but unfortunately, my brain works like a lot of people's does. So we're not having that. All right, Dave, you said go to your comment above, Jay's. Let me see. Alex Miller says, is your refrigerator running? No, I caught it. It was running, but it couldn't outrun me. Ready for some spam? Let's go.
You have a call from
Michael.
Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show after hours, Michael. You need to call in before 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been on since 2. But I will let you speak. What's on your mind? Going once? Going twice? All righty. So, don't worry, kids. We won't be bothered by him again. He has shot his load for the night. Back to the bathroom, sir. All right. Let's go. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious August 4th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number 1 out the box, Amber Williams. Happy birthday to you, and also Barbara Simmons and my girl go-getter Tanya Smith, Jay Desired, also my go-getter from the D, Miko, Blondes Are Better, and Learning What Works for Me. And last but not least, my girl Elisa Jackson. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all, and I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious Glorious. Glorious. August 4th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally, all of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud, just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. I rock out, rock on to do the damn to rock out, rock on to do the damn rock out, rock on to do the damn thing, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, listen, Trump supporters are getting kind of shorter. I don't know what's going on with your sons and daughters. I think that there's a problem that won't get solved, and I'm wondering what happened to y'all. You're not involved, at least not in the way you were before, and I'm trying to find out what evened up the score. And you're on a different type vibe, a different type time. I'm wondering what happened to the crime. A crime has been committed and you shit it right there in your pants. You're running around like you got ants. And I hear the smell. I smell the hair. You understand what I'm talking about? Let me hear your chair. And from all the way from 25 to right here, all I heard was Trump 24 right there. And now you're acting type scared. Yeah, that motherfucker's fucked up over Epstein. You wasn't prepared. And I dare you to come forth. Yo, what happened to all of that zeal? Tell me how you feel. It ain't real. I'ma let it go. And I'ma let you say what you gotta say. You let it flow. Hey, yo, we still can be friends. Everything is going to be all right from 1 to 10. We on a 9. We got one more to go. Everything is going to be all right. I said so. Yo, listen up. Listen up for a minute. Take a second to wreck it and take a minute just to get in it. Ow. Make sure that I take care of you. You protect my life and you know how we do. Still, we might be fam, but I'm not running the scam. You voted for Trump like that. Yo, what's up with you, fam? Everything is going to work out fine. Though it's just like the ball of fire in the sun. I shine and I provide the light. It's kind of right. And I'm going to make sure that you get yours by the end of the night. Yo, are you spamming in the chat? Yo, do you really know where it's at? Alex Miller says, I can't rap. I'm wondering, who the fuck is you? Who is listening to that? It's 2025, not 2024. Ain't nobody listening to Alex Miller and niggas more. Yo, for sure, you a thing in the past. You the type of dude, faggot, get the thing in your ass. Oops, I said the F word. They going to make sure that they take care of that. It's kind of absurd. And I say word, yo, you understand the plot. You can't come through this. I got fans a lot. I got people who support. I never got caught. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of mailboxes got to sort. Yo, everything is going to be good. But before you go, let's get this understood. This is the Daily Go-Getterism Show. My name is Sun752, Government O. With the M, the A-R, Omar, Outstanding Man, Arrogant and Rough. You see the acronym so far. Peace. Anyway, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night with another Daily Go-Getterism Show. So make sure y'all come on through. Yeah. And we have a good time. Well, we have a good time. Let me see. Yo, appreciate you too, some guy. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate all of y'all coming through, even dickheads like Alex Miller. It's all good. Love is love. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I hope you enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. So we're going to get on up out of here. Y'all have a good night. Either it's time to go to bed or time to go to work. Holla. Peace. All right.